Hi, my name is Bryson Haskin. I am here today with Kevin and Zane. And today we're going to be talking about movie trailers, and specifically we're going to talk about Incredibles 2. So, Kevin, what do you think about Incredibles 2 trailer? What do you think about Frozone?
Well, I think with the Incredibles 2 trailer, they brought back more than you could see in the first movie. And so, what I think about Frozone, I think he's going to be in it more than he was in the first movie.
For me, about Frozone, I would think that I would not agree with Kevin. I would say less in the movie because it's more about the family. Because it's like the mom, she's going to do her own superhero stuff, while the dad takes care of everyone else. So Frozone would probably be less in the movie than he was because I remember a couple scenes in the first movie that were.
Hey, I'm your host, Zaid Abdelgawad. Today I'll be interviewing Miss Coleman. So, what do you do for the Frisco ISD?
Hi, and thank you so much for having me. I'm Eva Coleman. I'm executive producer for Frisco ISD TV. And what we do is we produce the television show for the entire school district, students in my course.
So, how long have you been working for FISD?
Wow, I've been working for Frisco ISD for a long time. Next school year, at the beginning of the school year, will be my 15th year teaching audio video production classes in Frisco ISD. I've started 3 different television programs on 3 different campuses. I started Frisco High's program in 2004. Were you born then?
No.
You weren't even born then. And then I also came here in 2008 to start the district-wide student-produced television program. And in 2010, I went over half days and started Lone Star High School's television program.
When did you start your job helping veterans find a job that will get them a lot of high-paying job?
Nice. You remembered that. Cool. So the name of the nonprofit is N Power, like N is in Nancy, Power. It's a nonprofit, and it helps not only veterans and their spouses find jobs in technology.
When did you first get into this job?
Well, it's an interesting question. So I worked in technology before, and I worked on a very tough project that took me on the road a lot. I flew to Seattle, worked for a little company called Microsoft, put me on a plane for 3 straight years. Every week I would fly to Seattle and on a Sunday and fly back on a Friday. And the day I said it was over, on a Monday, that next morning, Tuesday, I got a phone call from NPower saying we need a veteran like yourself who has also been in corporate America, like working for big company, Fortune 500 companies, and understand small business. Would you be interested in working for a nonprofit? And I said yes.
Hello, today I'm here with City Councilman John Keating. We have a few questions for you. What do you do in your free time?
What's that? Well, I've got a really great family. My wife Leslie worked for Frito-Lay for 31 years. She just retired last year, so she's really the one who has provided the snacks all these years to the Mindbender Academy. We love Peter Burns, and anytime he calls, we know it's an opportunity to excel, and it's something we get to do to another opportunity to give back to the city. 2 boys, Zach and Ryan, they went all the way through FISD. Ryan was actually born here in Frisco, and he'll be a senior at Frisco High next year. And Zach is he'll be a junior at the University of Arkansas. So with both of them now older and self-sufficient and driving, that as parents gives us more free time. And now that Leslie's retired, has been retired for about a year, she's consulting, but she's home more. I just got reelected to Frisco City Council. Very excited about that, very proud of that. But I am from California. I did grow up in the mountains with a lake, so we get to go to that cool place that's got the water and the mountains and the fun stuff to do. So we'll be up at Lake Tahoe for the entire month of July. I'm very excited and very much looking forward to that.
What do you want to achieve when you're on the school board?
I think there are a lot of things that are really important that Frisco's doing right now, making our schools safer is a big goal of mine. We have a wonderful relationship with the city of Frisco. So we have police officers that are at our schools. We have counselors that provide great support for our students, but we are always looking to get better. And so I think that it's a very important goal of the school board right now to make sure that all of our students feel safe and taken care of while they're in our halls. And so we're doing a lot right now to work in that direction. And over the next 3 years, which is how long my first term will be, I hope we see a lot of growth in that area.
What is your favorite thing about Frisco?
You know, I think my favorite thing about Frisco is just we have so many people that are coming to Frisco now with so many varied backgrounds. The talent of the people and what they know and how they want to get involved in the community is absolutely incredible.
And I agree wholeheartedly with what Will said, but I think it's using that partnership with those people. And even when you look back in history, I mean, we're talking 50, 60 years ago in Frisco, as well as what we're doing today. What I really like is that challenge of the problems that we have, what's left undone in Frisco, how people say, you guys have got it all, and yet none of us are satisfied with where we're at. And so we use those resources and the partnerships to kind of take things to that next level and do what people not only say can't be done, but they can't even imagine what we're trying to get done, and we're going to go out there and do it. So it's that constant challenge, how do we take it to that next level, that really fires me up.
What do you want the rest of Frisco County to say about, the rest of our county to say about Frisco?
I just want them to see how very dynamic the city of Frisco is, and how we're continuing to grow with that small town heart. I think it's great to grow, but I'm so proud of our school district, and that folks want to come here just for the school district, like Geneva and her husband did. So I love for the city, the nation, to recognize Frisco for our school district and for our innovation.
Right. I like to see that people, when they look at Frisco, I want them to see a community that does have a small heart, but it is big land-wise, and with all the buildings we have in our school district is quite big. But I just want everybody to look at us and try to emulate where they live to look like Frisco.
Hello, welcome to the show called Hannah Carr, and we are here with a couple of guests. Introduce yourselves, please.
My name is Mika Aurora.
My name is Adam Barnes.
And they're here today to tell us something about a new movie that's coming out called Lost Thoughts. The Lost Thoughts. And we have a little bit of questions that we want to ask you guys. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, first question.
By the way, I play Scarlet King.
And I play Mason Roberts.
Okay. What is your favorite part about the film? Like, what is your favorite part?
My favorite part is probably the death scene.
The death scene?
Yeah, my favorite part.
Because I couldn't stay in character, and I kept laughing because I couldn't stay dead for more than 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you just were just laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Couldn't keep a straight face.
Yeah, spoilers for the movie. But everybody's probably already seen it.
Hello, welcome to the show, and today we have a special guest named Miss Shauna, and we are here to ask you a couple questions and get to know you a little bit better.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, first question is, how long have you lived in Frisco?
I've lived in Frisco 14 years, almost 15.
Awesome.
So I've seen a lot of change.
Same. Well, not a lot as you have, but close. How long have you been on the Frisco City Council?
So I was elected in June of 2016. So I've just finished up my second year, and then we have 3-year terms. So next year I'll have to run for re-election again in May, and then I can do up to 3 terms. So you can serve up to 9 years if you continue to get re-elected.
What is one of your hobbies?
One of my hobbies, I think, would be cooking.
Cooking?
Yes.
Cooking as well.
Yeah. Why do you guys like cooking?
I think cooking is another version of art, and I like have experience of mixing different kind of ingredients and just cooking new food and dishes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I find it a form of a relaxation as well as entertainment for my friends and family.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it could be like just like the satisfaction of just like making like the perfect dish could be like.
Exactly.
It's like,
yes,
whoa,
it does.
man, I made like a perfect plate.
What is your favorite thing about Frisco?
My favorite thing about Frisco is it's cares about the people in Frisco, and the city cares about the experiences the residents have, and they want to bring really nice amenities to the city, and they care about you all, our youth. So very important to me that that the values the city has, I think, are excellent, and it aligns with what I'm about too. So I think the culture, the experiences that people who live here as families is really good. So I like the family living here in Frisco.
I would second that also. A great place to live. We are very fortunate to be able to have Frisco with the amenities that they have here. But the people, when you ask what I care about the most, I think the people in Frisco are just wonderful. They're from all over the world, has very different backgrounds, and they care about each other. And so the leadership does, and you can see that in our community.
How does Frisco investing in innovation?
Oh, that's a big one, Michelle. That's a really big one. The mayor, he loves technology. He loves anything that's new and interesting that's happening. And so he is so excited, especially in regards to transportation and mobility. There are so many fantastic things happening in that area, and he believes that in the next 10 years, we're going to see a revolution in transportation regarding technology than we have seen in the last 50 years. And so one of the big things he's doing is this July, actually, we're going to be deploying a pilot program of autonomous vehicles. And that is a driverless car. That means there's no driver. And so people will be getting in the cars and driving around, riding around in them, and then getting out. So it'll be like a service, a transportation service for our citizens.
Thank you for joining me on Flat Earth with Gabe. Today I have 5 special guests here. How is it that you can sail around the world and wind up in the same spot? That's one thing I've never quite got.
Because the world, it's like so long
Yeah.
that like because you have to turn at some point. When you go forward, you have to turn around at some point because you're gonna get lost.
So like say if you're pretend this is the boat and then they're going, but then and it teleports them to the next direction, just like the theory said.
Is it like reverse dome on top of like a turtle with like 4 elephants in between the two?
I think it's like the stage right here.
Oh crap, you guys!
It's kind of
did.
like ovalish.
And, like, it's
because
because
of
of
all
ovalish.
the light.
Yeah, and if you, like, go over
it's
there,
making,
it'll
like,
teleport
the
you.
moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
100% legit. Totally
You
not
almost
fake,
got us
totally
there.
not made.
You almost
All
got us
the
there.
cheese that we have in this earth, it all floats up.
At night only?
Yes, only at night, where you can never see it, and it compacts a little ball. Like the moon has to be made of cheese. Like how else would there be holes? It compacts a ball and then floats up. And did you know that gravity is just a theory?
The moon.
Uh-huh.
When you see it in the night sky, you see what appears to be a circle, right? So the moon is a disc, except the Earth is laid on its side and the moon is like that.
Oh God.